always really difficult at the end of the year to pick 10 records out of the thousands of records that we hear to choose as our favorites, but these are some of the ones that really stood out for me. My favorite record of the year, the one I'm choosing as #1, is Jamie Johnson's The Guitar Song.
The only LA I knew was Lower Alabama, back when me and Hannah was wishing on a southern star. Now it's so complicated, I really hate it. Why'd I ever wanna go so far, taking depression pills?
Johnson is a really tremendous country singer-songwriter who writes really vivid narratives, and the amazing thing about this record in particular is that it's a double album, and usually double albums mean 2 records that are filled with enough good music to fit on 1 record, but in this case it's actually 2 really strong records. It's got really good songs that he's written himself, some that are very dark and morose, and some that are rockin' honky-tonk numbers, and then there's a bunch of really interesting covers, including songs by Chris Christopherson, that he makes really good choices for his own voice. Also in the country realm, I love the Dierks Bentley album. Dierks is normally, a sort of mainstream country pop kind of guy, and this year he did an album called Up on the Ridge, where he explored his bluegrass interests and folk music and rock and pop and putting them all together, and he did an amazing job with a bunch of really terrific bluegrass musicians. I also loved the David Byrne and Fatboy Slim album, Here Lies Love. You might not have heard about this record. It's actually a rock opera about Imelda Marcos, which may sound strange, and it kind of is. But it's really terrific, and the greatest thing about this record is Byrne got together dozens of female singers, Natalie Merchant, Nellie McKay, Florence from Florence and the Machine, Sia, Cyndi Lauper, Sharon Jones from Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, and he has them sing the parts of Imelda and the woman who took care of her growing up, and it's actually really beautiful. It combines disco and Latin rhythms and pop melodies in a way only David Byrne knows how, and it's a really terrific record. And also, on the hip-hop tip, a lot of people talked about Kanye West's record this year, which was great, but I loved Big Boy's record, Sir Lucius Leftfoot, the son of Chico Dusty. This is Big Boy's the other half of Outkast, the sort of less flamboyant but no less gifted half of Outkast, and his record was just filled with really smart raps and some really silly ones. It's very frivolous and also very solemn. It's a great combination of all of the things that he can do.